knee flexion, the other use of the hamstrings, not hip extension, okay? So what we want to do is I'm going to take Doug and I'm going to put him into knee flexion, which requires him to use his hamstrings. He can hold on to me if he wants. So I'm going to bring that ankle up to the knee, okay? What I want him to do is resist what it is I'm going to do, is push down. And actually, we got a lot of activation right there. Somebody is turning on his hamstrings, okay? Don't do this to hurt anybody, okay? What we want to do is just activate it, okay? And what this is going to look like in place is if I get him properly stabilized and he's using his glutes to support himself and he pulls his foot up correctly, okay? It's going to look exactly like this position as he's in the air, and he'll keep this foot up in the air. As he pulls that one, they'll switch. Go ahead. Keep going. Faster. And now in place. On tempo. Good. So this is knee flexion. Here's the problems that we see. When somebody's running, they'll get back here. The foot will pull. They'll still use the hamstring, but they'll get caught right here and they'll stop using the hamstring, or they'll be up here and they'll stop using the hamstring, okay, because they have to. And the only way to come forward and to get that landing is to pull that hip flexor forward. Then he engages the quadriceps and reaches out in front and lands, okay? What we want to avoid is the hip flexors getting involved, because it's a smaller muscle group that's just going to break us down a lot quicker. So if he's got, as he pulls that foot up, if he pulls to that same position as he did before, you can hold on to me, with that foot back here, as he pulls forward, it's still using those hamstrings. Because if he resists me right now, it's just still all hamstring. I mean, what were you feeling? Hamstring? Any hip flexor in that? No. And you're not going to feel that, and that's exact opposite direction of where we're coming from. So to pull, instead of getting caught behind here, pulling, and then pulling forward with the hip flexor, what I want to do is pull with the hamstring into place, okay, every time. So what the best drill we've got for this right now is Google Maps. He's going to resist me. I'm going to push down. We'll go 5 each side. I've already done about a dozen there. So his right side's fired up. We want to also make sure that that ankle is pretty neutral, that he's not engaging anything extra, because there's no connection between the ankle firing and you using those hamstrings to pull that leg up. So we push down, push down, push down, push down. And we got a few there. Now I'm going to have Doug actually go out and run. So he's going to go out and run anywhere from 50 to 100 meters. Have him go down to the yellow sign on the right and back and try and implement exactly what we just went over. So head out. Using those hamstrings, and he's actually pretty damn clean. And what you'll see with people who get caught behind, and you can slow this down, is that, you know, for people who can't see that, is that he's actually pulling really well. And with people who don't pull really well, okay, so what, can you do me a favor and pull in the back and then make up with it for the hip flex? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So just start back there, and we'll just get the profile of this, see if we can get this on tape just to show you what it shouldn't look like. And this is what primarily a lot of people who are a lot slower at running, who aren't as higher level runners, do. Go ahead. And he's caught behind on that, and you can see it because his feet are trailing back behind. So when they trail back here, he'll pull forward. Trail back here, pull forward, as opposed to pulling forward the whole time. It's almost like you were kneeing somebody or something, and I'm pulling here. Okay, so it's a pretty simple drill. Activate those hamstrings. Get used to using them correctly. Hip flexion or knee flexion. The other use for the hamstrings, and running a lot faster, a lot smoother, you'll see that using those hamstrings, a larger muscle group versus using a smaller muscle group, is not going to require as much energy from you.